Maple syrup, the world's most preferred breakfast condiment. We put it on everything, our waffles, our pancakes, even our sausage links. But have you ever wondered how this tasty treat gets from the tree to our plate? Well, I hope you're hungry because we're about to feed you with how maple syrup is made.
It's good stuff. Been around it all my life.
Hitty's Sugar Camp, located in the small town of Berlin, Pennsylvania, has been making maple syrup for decades. The men behind the operation, Tom Hitty and Calvin Pyle, were gracious enough to explain the intricate syrup-making process.
We have tubing, plastic tubing around through the woods, and we have barrels we put it in, or milk tanks. We have about 3 old milk tanks at different places, and there's where the pipe runs into, and all we have to do is go there and pump it out and haul it in. We don't carry sugar water no more.
Tap all your trees. Of course, that gives you your water that you need to start the process, and plastic lines set up to bulk tanks, so we can take a tractor right to the bulk tanks, pick up the sugar water, bring it to the camp.
But it wasn't always this easy. Back in the old days, you had to tap the trees using a hand auger. You had to drill holes and tap the sprouts into the trees, and next you would then take the buckets and attach them to the trees. Lids had to be made and fastened so that water or dirt would not get into the bucket. Problem solved, right? Not quite. In the frigid western Pennsylvania snow months, the lids often froze to the buckets. Needless to say, today's process is much easier. Once the sugar water is obtained and brought back to the shack, a new process begins: the boiling operation. While some competitors use oil or coal, the dynamic duo of Hitty and Pyle prefer the natural, more resourceful route. They use wood found right on the property. The boiling process is broken up into 3 stages. First is preheating, then evaporating, and finally the last stage is when the sweet water becomes syrup. Lastly, you let the syrup settle for about 2 to 3 days before the canning and eventual selling of the product. So the next time you destroy a short stack of hotcakes at Eaton Park, you'll have an appreciation for how your syrup was made. Lastly, ditch Mrs. Butterworth and switch to Hitty's, the locally made product with uncompromising taste.